This is another episode of Let's Get Social. I am Dee Scrow, and today I wanted to bring back Carolin Matteo with She Heals Global Wellness
Clinic. There we go.
And obviously my colleague, Sandra Ortenzi. Hi, guys.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome back, Carolin.
Yes. I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thanks. It's always a pleasure. I know it just feels right, you know?
Yes.
Like it always feels like home when you're here.
Hey, listen, it's amazing just having the comfort, and that's really what we just want. We want to make sure that we are here, we're available, we're together. Connection is so important.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
So glad to be here with that connection.
No, thanks. The reason I wanted to bring you back was because, seasons are changing. I love being outside in the summer. It gets dark late, and you just feel good, right?
Yes.
And then once the season changes and temperatures start to drop, it gets dark in the morning. Like, I don't even want to get out of bed because it's so dark.
I know. Yes.
And I'm not a morning person, and Sandra knows that. Like,
yeah, she's not.
I am not a morning person. Like, I hate it, And then, you see it's 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, it's starting to already get dark. It's depressing, right?
For sure.
I've been seeing you at your location for the infrared therapy for over a year for sure.
Yes.
Probably 2 years now.
Almost 2 years, in Hamilton, yes.
And I found for myself that, especially during the winter months, it's so important. You don't realize that half-hour session every week, what it does, like I see for myself what it's done for me, because not every week is a good week.
For sure.
Right? Like I always say, I don't have any problems in my home per se, but it's like somebody else. And Sandra knows, I'll call her and I'll bitch about something.
Yeah.
And it's got nothing to do with my own immediate family.
It's the outside.
It's the outside
for
noise
sure. Yes.
that, gives us so much negativity. And when I come see you, you kind of ground me. Like, you make me look at a different perspective.
Yeah.
Just like an example, last week, I was complaining to you about how we potentially almost lost a client to another broker. And when you're working with someone, that's the last thing that you want to hear. And the only way I knew was because the underwriter actually called me and said that she just received another deal with the exact same client. And honest to God, this was like a Monday morning and at 8 a.m. And that's the first thing that I did not want to start my day off.
For sure.
Right? Because like when I wake up, I always have my gratitude.
Right.
And then when you get this phone call, it's like my heart sunk. And I called her instantly, and I'm like, you're never going to believe this. And I was like, that's so rude. I'm going to say this. I was like on a rampage.
And I didn't help because
and she doesn't help because she's like, blood's a gazing. And then I come see you, and I'm thinking that you're going to be like her. Oh, yeah, you attack her. And it was totally different.
Yeah.
And I had to stop there, and I'm lying in the bed, and you're saying to me, okay, well, I don't look at it that way.
First we said, let's take a deep breath.
Yeah. And it was like, okay. Mm-hmm. And, the way you approached it, I was like, oh, okay. And I calmed down and I said to you, I'm not going to call her until after the session, right?
Sure, yes.
Because had I called before, I don't know what the outcome would have been.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful that I didn't confront this lady until after I saw you, because then I called her right after and I was so calm. I was calm from, being under that bed, and I was calm because I was listening to what you were telling me.
Right.
And I picked up the phone and I called her in such a calm voice, and I was sympathetic. It wasn't that anger.
Right.
Like, just from that.
Spewing out.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And you know what? She was like, yep, I want to stay with you. And I was like, oh, it worked. Oh my God, it worked.
See with patience and love.
And that's what you say, and that's another thing that you said. You choose, love over hate. Love will
Exactly.
always win.
That's true.
Right?
That is true. That's
But
what we
it's
live
so
on.
hard when you're in that moment.
Right.
And that's why I love to come see you, because this is what this infrared does. It calms your central nervous system.
You got it.
Right?
Yes. So you're able to focus. You're able to become a better person per se. That's when the changes and the transformation happens. When your parasympathetic nervous system is calm and you are calm, then you can only come from a loving place. You can't come from an anger, because there's no need to, because so when we talk about the bed is where you're lying down. It's like a massage table. And that massage table has these 3 domes, and these 3 domes has the infrared rays that mimics the sun. So can you imagine just sitting down, lying down on the beach, and you have this beautiful sun rays are coming down without the UV and the radiation, obviously. And that right there is promoting all of your healthy cells are just vibrating, and they're so relaxed, and you feel all the stresses of the world is just lifted. Mm-hmm. Whether it's like 10 minutes or half an hour, it's irrelevant, because your body is needing of this time away from all of the noise and all of that environmental factors that are causing all of your stresses, the anger, the impatience, whatever it may be. Yeah. And it's not just weekly, it's daily that you've been, building up this volcano eruption that's going to happen.
Yeah.
So when you're coming to me, you're full of, let's say, anger or whatever the emotions will be.
Yeah.
The moment you're lying down, it's the infrared is promoting all of that calmness, if we want to call it, that de-stressing, which is the most healthiest point of your body to heal.
Yeah.
And then when we're going through all these changes, especially with all the seasons, this seasons is just, can you imagine that your body is just climatized to this particular, say, summer?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden now it's being shifted to another season or shifted to another time frame. Now it's going to be fall, and here we have another change that promotes different illnesses, because your body is so used to that climate. Now all of a sudden it's been taken away. So here's where the infrared is helping, the treatment is helping, because you're at a constant calmness, and it's helping you go through the stages of the change.
Right.
So your immune system is really important. If it's suppressing because of the change within just the climate change, or just the changes of seasons, as well as then the next thing happens is your muscles are tensed up because it's getting cooler, less sun is in the air. So the sun is the promotion of all living things, all healing. So can you now imagine that your body's like, what happened? The sun's gone. And there's where a lot of people have the seasonal depression that comes. You're having more of asthma and lungs that are not working properly, respiratory, because now you're having the changes of pollen that's going up. So you're getting allergies.
Oh, I get those
Right?
seasonal allergies.
Oh yeah, every morning.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Right? So all of these become a factor in your environmental changes, right?
Yeah.
So if you're having your treatments, how is helping is always working with the parasympathetic nervous system, or just putting the nervous system online, promoting those healthy cells to be vibrant all the time, every time that you're there. And of course, we work on the meditation and the breath work, and obviously we do some talk therapy when needed, right?
Oh yeah,
And so
I have talked there.
Yeah, we all need talk therapy.
we have talking here, which is really important, right?
And that's a great point that you say about like the vitamin D and the sun. We all feel so much better when the sun's out.
For sure.
Today's a gloomy day.
Yes.
And you just you get up and you feel down, you feel, as soon as you see the sun, even if it's a cold day out, it just, it changes everything.
Yeah.
It just puts you in a better mood, and it just makes you feel better,
Right.
physically, mentally.
Oh, yeah.
all aspects.
Yes.
Right?
Well, you and
So-
I, because you deal with a lot of like tension in your neck.
Constantly.
And it's like, you're like, oh my God, I have so much tension in my neck and it's giving me a bad headache.
Yeah.
And
Right?
that's stress, right? So
Yep.
we carry stresses within our own body. So, for example, when you have a gut, that's more of your worries, and you're having all of that worry that's trapped inside your.
That's me.
That
When I worry, I feel it in my. I do. I feel it in my gut.
Well, it's all it's all
Right.
part of the nervous system.
And
Right.
my neck as well. But
Yes.
I find with you more like
Me, it's more tension
It's-
in my upper,
Yeah.
Right.
my neck and my shoulders for sure.
Yeah, so you're putting all the weight of the world on you. So that's where that tension will come in. And then, so again, when you're lying in that bed, all of that's released because you're just relaxing. You're allowing your body to give that chance of healing, of self care, of giving it a chance to say, you're okay.
Yeah.
You're enough to enjoy this moment.
For sure.
Right?
yeah.
And I've also been to see you.
Yes.
It's been a while since I've been
Yes.
there, but I am going to continue.
Yes.
And I feel a difference when I was coming to you regularly. So I'm definitely going to get that started back up. What's your recommendation on someone who wants to come see you? Would you say weekly, monthly? Is it based
Yes. So
on
it's-
each individual?
It's exactly right. So everything's customized to an individual. So let's say if you're coming in with anxiety, I would treat it differently than, let's say, if you're coming in for just aches and pains. So the first treatment is you're coming twice a week to see me. So it'll be Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we will do that for 2 weeks. So you'll have 4 sessions, but it'll be 2 weeks. So 2 times that week and then 2 times the next week. Now, depending on the severity, I'd like to continue for at least 4 sessions to do that. And then for after that, we'll see how that goes. But usually 5 sessions of treatment really gets you back grounding to the point where you are feeling at a change. Perfect. You're feeling at optimal. And that's really what I would say, at least minimum 5 treatments. And we do have a package deal for that 5 treatments, but it's irrelevant. It's really making such a difference in your life that it's just priceless. For me, it was just priceless.
Absolutely. It's just people need to take the time for themselves,
For
which
sure.
a lot of us neglect to
That's
do.
the
You know, we
thing.
always say we're too busy, but
Yeah.
we
or
can
I
sit
can't
on
afford it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then yet we could just buy a coffee or a tea
Yeah.
or
sit on the
I
couch.
can
and sit
scroll on my phone for hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right now, say, okay, then you come. I'm like, oh, I can. I'm so busy.
Right.
I can't take a half an hour of my time
and that's all it is.
to
really.
myself, right?
Right.
And
But really, it's just a choice. If you
Yeah.
decide that I want to make a change and I want this for me, then there's nothing that can stop you.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
all starts with baby steps. It's making that transformation. It's making that change.
Yeah.
I can say, hey, listen, you need to do this, you need to do that. Ultimately, it's up to you because this is your body, this is your choice.
Yeah.
This is exactly what you need.
Yeah.
And if you don't, I can give you everything, and I know it's going to be 100% a difference in your life.
Yeah.
It's going to be exceptional for
but
your life.
But it's up to the individual
But at the
to
end-
make
yeah,
it happen.
it's like
you.
hiring a personal trainer.
Yeah.
They can. You want to have this body?
Yes.
Okay, I can get you there.
Yes.
But
you have to be willing
Yeah.
to work at it.
If you're
Yeah.
going to have this and then go to McDonald's right after,
Yeah.
well, which
it's not going to happen.
That's
oh
not
my
gonna
big,
happen.
my Big Mac,
Yes.
but you're not going to get the results, right?
It all starts with the kitchen.
Yeah,
Yep.
for sure. And like I said, the hardest thing for me when I started coming to see you was, reducing my caffeine intake.
For sure.
Because I love my coffee, you know what I mean? And I would be like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. I'm like, I feel like a coffee.
Yeah.
Right. That's your adrenal
And
grains.
I didn't even drink that much water.
Yeah.
And even though I knew water, I should be drinking at least 8 cups. I found it so difficult to drink 8 cups of water a
But
day.
you can have 3, 4
But I
coffees.
can have
You can
3 to 4 coffees, no problem.
But
Right?
that's just because when you're grabbing a coffee, it's just habitual.
Yeah.
You're not grabbing it because you love the taste of
No.
coffee.
No.
habit.
You're doing it because you need something in your hands. You need something that's keeping your mind busy. And so what happens is you grab a coffee mindlessly, drinking it 1, 2, 3. the amount of anxiety that coffee or that stress factor is causing, people think, oh, coffee's no problem. But that caffeine that you're taking 4 or 5 times, that is not a healthy way to kickstart your healthy immune system.
Yeah.
You want a healthy immune system, you get up in the morning, do what you need to do, but have a glass of water. Because what happens is when you're sleeping, you are sweating, you're dehydrated when you wake up. And then the first thing you want to do, yes, brush your teeth, whatever you want to do, but then you want to have a glass of water before you take anything into your system.
Yeah.
Once you have that, then at least your body says, oh, I'm hydrated.
Yeah.
And then you want to if you want to have your decaf coffee, because you know what, it's a lot of caffeine still to take in. Some people have coffee before they even eat.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
For sure.
Yeah.
And so what happens is your body you're not replenishing all of that hydration within your body. Mm-hmm. So even when you're in the infrared treatment, what do? The first thing I say is have a glass of water.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I always give you a glass of water.
Yeah.
Because I want those healthy cells to be vibrant.
Yeah.
Right?
So no caffeine for that day.
And never caffeine or alcohol.
Yeah.
Those two are very detrimental to your system.
Yeah. I asked Jamie this morning if he wanted a cup of coffee. He's like, oh, no, I have a full pot on my way here.
I'm okay without the alcohol part, but the coffee part is hard for me.
So we have to question why. So that's what we have to question. Why am I drinking this coffee? What is going in my body right now that needs this coffee? What's going on with my body? The moment we ask the question, what is going on? Do I have enough nutrients? Do I have these stresses? What is going on? We never ask the question.
No, but that's why when I come see you, you pinpoint, all those things, and that's how you know which way to proceed.
For sure.
Right? Because we're all denial. Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I think I'm fine.
Yes.
And we all say
we're all
fine.
happy.
Until you crash.
And, you think the people that are the happiest, they have no problems, right?
Right.
And, it's just, we're covering up because I don't like to burden people with you know what I mean?
Right. And nobody has the time or energy to listen.
No.
But when you're coming in, can you imagine having one person that really cares about you and what you're going through? You're getting that 100% time for you.
Yeah.
That is just...
And it's a half hour.
It's half an hour.
Half hour of time.
That's all it is.
We can
but
all
half
make
an
it.
hour, can you imagine
How good.
What you're getting for that half an hour? So you're in, you're out, but that half an hour feels like an eternity for that whole week.
Yeah.
Because you guys allowing your bodies to obviously be calm, no stresses. You're gaining all that cells that are vibrant and having your immune system that's going to be stronger, better, ready to fight anything that's coming into your body, aches and pains that are caused from your stresses or from your just everyday tasks that you're doing.
Yeah.
All of that is taken into consideration at that point and at that time when you're here with the infrared therapy.
Right, because when I had COVID, this year.
Yes.
And, I don't think I would have recovered that quickly.
No.
Had I not, been regularly coming to see you.
For sure.
Right? It was like a few days and that was pretty much it.
Right.
Where I find that, other people that I know that have COVID, they're taking a beating.
Yeah.
I know. Well, it's just even just having a flu or a cold. What do I say? The moment you start sneezing, I said, get in there.
Right.
We want to hurry up and get to the point where we want to suffocate the virus right away. So when you suffocate the virus and you have the newer cells that are coming up, you can't get sick.
Yeah.
You just and then you're feeling better and you're performing better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's the biggest thing, too.
Right?
Yeah. Performance.
So performance. I mean, we have somebody who's coming in for anxiety. they just can't even leave the house. Wow. Can you imagine having that restriction and not being able to live your life fully? Yeah. And then to have them come and being able, first time not even able to come and lie down on the bed. And then, sessions later, they're going shopping, they're out with their family, they're looking amazing, they're incredible. I mean, that for me,
that must be the most rewarding thing.
Yes.
When you see someone, like I said this before,
yes.
But you have a lady that comes in before I do. She's a senior.
Yes.
And I knew her from when you had an open house.
Yes.
Right? And that's where I met her for the first time.
Yeah.
And
May of 2018.
Yeah. And I saw her, I had taken a pause of coming to see you just because I was busy with things.
Right.
And
financially, everybody says, you know what, I can't afford this and whatever. And then when we start thinking, wait a second, I can't afford this because I'm paying $2, $5, or $10 sometimes for Starbucks. So, and then, and then over a course of a month, you're actually paying more on coffee than actual treatment.
Right. So I ended up coming back and I had seen her, and honest to God, I was shocked. I said, wow, you look amazing. It's like she shed like 15 years off of her.
And she
was literally glowing.
Yes. And she's been with me for since 2018 of May. And she says, this is her routine. She must come. And she said to me, she had to take some vacation and she had taken time off. She's like, oh, I'm so happy I'm back. I needed this. And I'm like, you know what? And again, it is not because it's, if you don't come, you're not getting it treated. It's just taking time for yourself for that treatment, because every day there's stresses in your life.
Yeah, between watching TV.
The toxics that's coming and eliminate, it's just everywhere. You can't get away from it.
No.
What you can do is make the time to at least or unplug your mind. Yeah. Just really unplug. Yeah. I mean, social media is such a vast thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's one thing I did. Mm-hmm. I got off. I got off completely. Mm-hmm. And I know it has done wonders for me, just not seeing anything, not hearing anything, and just unplugging. And obviously, just when I'm even in the infrared bed, just even able to take that time for my breath work.
Well, she has to go like 2 hours after we're done, because all the stuff that she's taking in, she's like, oh my God, I need from 12 to 2 for myself.
That's right.
But you think about it, I'm taking on so much of that.
And you're so calm.
Well, that's because I'm 2 hours in the bed. That was my secret. You're not supposed to give it away.
No, but you know what I love as well, Carolin? I love the fact that, I'm a good person, you're a good person, you're a good person. And if we do have like a bad day, you don't judge. You just let me vent, and you're not like, oh wow, like, God, I didn't ever see the side of her. And it's not being bad. It's just, I'm human, right?
For sure. So the judgment doesn't come from anyone. When you just said that, it's your own judgment that's perceived as someone else is judging.
Yeah.
It's really important that when obviously you know that because you're with me and we work on all the the truth of how we are surrendering.
My problem is the guilt.
Guilt, but we're also surrendering to that guilt.
Yeah.
We're surrendering and letting go of what we can, but also being aware of what the things are happening in our lives. The moment you're letting go, and I don't want to say letting go because I don't really like that word, but just surrendering to that process or that treatment, you're going to be at a calmer state because you're in the infrared bed, but how amazing is it that you're also doing talk therapy while you're having your central nervous system becoming calm and relaxed. Yeah. So you're able to say what you want to say that is just at a place where there is no judgment.
No.
It's coming from a place of love.
Yeah.
And that's how I run the clinic, as a place where there is hope and there's love.
Mm-hmm. And you feel it. You feel it.
You do.
And really, that's really what it should be all about.
Yeah.
When I'm coming in and I want to get treated, I want me. I want to be selfish. I want it just be about me, right? And that's how I make sure that you're not alone. You're not in the process where you think I'm alone. A lot of people right now are thinking that they're alone in their struggles, but they're not.
No.
So that's why it's so important that you need to at least be with someone or see someone, not just hide within your own self, but really just get out there and at least know that there's somebody that's available that is going to be able to get you out and start living again.
Right. So who are the type of people that you would like to see to come see you?
Anyone who is needing of support, or someone who feels that they're anxious, or they're feeling that they're not living their life to their full potential, those are the people that need to come and see, because you will be able to live your life. You will be able to exceed your potentials. You'll be able to do what you need to do in order for you to start living again. So there's not everyone and all are welcome. And everybody needs to live their full potential.
Yeah.
And that's the people who need to come and see me, because you want to be able to live, then live. And if you don't want to come and live, then don't.
Yeah.
That's a choice.
Yeah.
Right? So I give you all of the treatment plans. I give you everything. But I'm also, cognitive of the person's time. I'm also, for me too, the time is valuable.
Yeah.
So it's not like, okay, I'm going to come and then, no, this is a treatment, but it's a journey. It's a journey of healing.
100%.
Right?
You're so right. And
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for you. I am a true believer. I have come see you. I continue to see you. I see the difference. I know the value that you bring, to me in my life. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I need you. It's like, you watch a show, You're My Lobster, like Young Friends, You're My Lobster. Like that's what it's like, right?
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine now not coming every week.
Could you have not said, like, I'm a little stuffed animal?
Why a lobster?
Do you ever watch a Friends episode where Phoebe's like, Ross and Rachel, she's your lobster, because they cling together like this.
Well, I will claw at you and say, come now, yes.
No, but, I just want to thank you, because I see the benefits. I'm reaping the awards from it. And, my body thanks you. My mind thanks you.
And your performance. You remember when you weren't able to even speak in front of people?
Yeah.
Do you remember that? Like, it was like you were petrified. You were anxious.
Yeah.
You had every emotions going through.
Yeah.
Now look at you. I am so proud of you, because you're here having me at your show, all because you were able to reap the awards of taking time for yourself and taking the moments to come in and get your treatments. But not only that, but now you are, I see, like,
I'm
you
a
see,
superstar.
She's a
you're a
pro.
superstar.
She's a pro.
She's a pro.
That red light don't bother me no more.
But you see, and you're smiling, you're happy. And
Yeah.
you know what? That, for anything, you're living. Right? You're living your authentic self.
That's it.
Your truth.
Yeah,
right?
that's it. Exactly. 100%.
That's it.
You
Right?
said that
And
perfect.
Yeah, you said that perfectly.
Right? And that's really what's all about. If you want to live your truth, and you want to be able to feel I can perform at optimal, then come and see me.
That's it. Come and see her. She's the best. I'm telling you, you will not regret it. It is literally worth every penny. You have to invest in yourself. You have to, right? Because
In your health. Yeah.
You have to invest in your health, because if you don't have that,
You have nothing.
what's the point of living,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So, but, thank you so much, Carolin.
It was a pleasure,
Seriously,
as always.
We love you.
We do.
Yes,
Sandra's going to
Thank
come see you.
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Oh, we'll see you guys Tuesday.
I'm stressing her out.
We'll see you next week. Yeah,
I'm
he's
stressing her out.
So I am available Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah.
And if you guys need to get a hold of me, I know down below you're going to be putting down
Yeah.
my phone number.
Yep.
And then, I'm at the clinic at 1112 Rymal Road East in Hamilton. It's just around the corner. So I am happy to invite each and every one of you to come over and have your
Awesome.
treatment.
Thank you.
Amazing.
And I'll see you next week
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah.
Sandra. All right. Thank you guys.
This is another episode. What is it? Like, comment, share,
Subscribe.
subscribe.
Yes.
I got to get that
You'll
right.
get it eventually.
Like.
After maybe the 50th episode, I'll probably get it right. Anyways, thanks again. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.